The preliminary accident investigation report of the Saurya Airlines crash brought forth details of the tragic event that occurred on July 24, 2024. The aircraft, a 21-year-old CRJ-200, was undertaking a ferry flight from Tribhuvan International Airport in Kathmandu to Pokhara International Airport after being grounded for 34 days. The purpose of the flight was to transport the aircraft to Pokhara for base maintenance. The ferry flight, identified as SAU-FER, was approved by the Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal a day prior to the accident. On the day of the event, the aircraft, after preparing for takeoff on runway 02, experienced an abnormal roll to the right almost immediately after rotation, leading to a fatal sequence of events. As the aircraft reached its rotation speed, the flight data recorder and the cockpit voice recorder captured both stick shakers activating and deactivating multiple times. Despite the pilot's efforts to control the aircraft's attitude through a series of control inputs, the right wing impacted the ground at approximately 5:26 UTC, which marked the start of the aircraft's disintegration. The right wing hit the ground first, followed by further impacts and fire as the aircraft collided with the ground infrastructure located near the airport. The fuselage of the aircraft was found in two major pieces and the engines had detached. The fire, fueled by the right wing tank and later the left wing tank, caused further destruction to the fuselage and surrounding areas. The human toll of the accident was significant. Of the 19 people on board, including the pilot in command, the first officer, and an SN crew member, 18 individuals lost their lives due to the blunt force, trauma, and burn injuries sustained in the accident. The PIC, though seriously injured, was the only survivor. The rapid disintegration of the aircraft during the accident contributed to the fatal outcomes as it sank approximately 130 feet within 4 seconds. The airport rescue and firefighting team arrived within 1 minute and 40 seconds after the impact and initiated fire suppression efforts. Other rescue vehicles also arrived at the crash site shortly after but reportedly did not participate in fire suppression efforts. The investigation uncovered several critical findings related to aircraft operation and compliance issues. Notably, the V-speeds recorded in the flight plan and FTR were inconsistent with the Quick Reference Handbook for the aircraft's weight and configuration, suggesting that incorrect calculations may have contributed to the abnormal takeoff behavior. Additionally, there were significant oversights regarding the aircraft's loading and securing of cargo and baggage. The investigation revealed that Saurya Airlines had not adhered to the requirements stipulated in its operations manual of the aircraft, specifically regarding weight and balance, distribution, and proper latching of cargo, which could have impacted the aircraft's performance during takeoff. The flight data recorder analysis also indicated an abnormally high pitch rate during takeoff, recorded at 8.6 degrees per second, far exceeding the maximum of 3 degrees per second considered acceptable by the aircraft's flight manual. This abnormal pitch rate was a likely factor in the aircraft's instability and eventual crash. Preliminary analyses of the FTR and CVR revealed no abnormalities with engine parameters. Further complicating the situation were procedural failures by both the airline and the Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal. The investigation found out that the process for granting the ferry flight permissions was inadequate and did not meet the authority's own requirements for such flights as outlined in their procedure manual for flight permission. These lapses in procedural adherence may have allowed the flight to proceed without the necessary safety checks, especially considering the aircraft had been grounded for a significant period and was only recently returned to service. Based on the preliminary findings, the AAIC issued several interim safety recommendations. These include directives for all operators to review their speed cards and RTO charts or regulated takeoff weight charts, ensure compliance with cargo handling and load securing procedures, and for the Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal to update and reinforce the procedures for granting non-scheduled flight permissions, particularly for ferry flights. The investigation will continue to explore potential human factors, the aircraft's aerodynamics, and the adequacy of operational and safety management systems employed by both the airline and the regulatory authority. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more aviation content.